And here we are at the Dunwich Building. Yeah, not my favorite place in Fallout 3. By any means. This is, yeah. This is their haunted house. This place is creepy. I mean, when you first walk in, it just sets the tone, and yeah, it just doesn't get any better. Okay, there's a bit of a story here. I guess the basic gist of it is, they had, I guess, a last stand here. Some people had retired here, and eventually some guy comes here looking for his dad. This Jamie guy, I think his dad was like, I don't know, a hunter or something, and so Jamie was chasing him down and finally found him. The trail led to this building, right? And I think he found his dad, but apparently anyone who comes here gets possessed and they become, you know, a ghoul or whatever. But there's like a twist to what's going on here. I mean, the whole haunted house thing really plays into this because apparently there's some kind of like altar down in the basement or something. And we'll see it when we get there, okay? I was actually just going to avoid the basement and everything else altogether, other than just running down there, grabbing the bobblehead and coming back out, because I really don't like spending any more time here than I have to. But we can look around a bit. I'll go ahead and play some of these voice tapes. Anyway, from what I understand, this guy Jamie, he came here looking for his father, and he wanted to leave and just never left. And he'll actually make an appearance here in a bit. We got a ways to go. I think essentially we have to go upstairs, then across the building, and basically come back down the other side type of thing. What's up? Yeah, you had some people holding out, I guess, against the ghouls who were taking over the building or something. I don't know. Not exactly sure about all that, but anyway, like I said, each place will have their own little story, and you'll see like an upturned table, couple ammo boxes, and this skeleton here who obviously made his last stand there. Who knows what his demise was? Either he starved or he got killed by some ghouls or something. But anyway, you run around and you just find these things. Like I say, this building, it's not mandatory. You don't have to come here. I mean, well, if you want the bobblehead, you have to come here. But you know, it's got its own little story in and of itself, like most of the other locations in this game. And this is the element that I so sorely missed in New Vegas, because for the most part, you really didn't have any of this.
Nuts for some time now, but not like this. Leaving me in that crappy old hospital with
Interesting.
I waited so damn long to start tracking him. Trail's gone cold. Gonna wander with these guys a while. They say they wander the area. Maybe somebody's seen Dad. These guys aren't who I thought they were. Jesus, they killed that family for a sack of rotten vegetables. Getting out of here next chance I can without catching a bullet. Hit a caravan today. Trev didn't see the kid and got popped. I took care of Tawny right then and put one in Thor before he saw her fall. That earned me some grub from the traders. Even better, they saw Dad. He was in pretty rough shape and still has the goddamn book. Trader says it gave him the creeps. Me too. But it's good to know he's still alive. Still headed south.
Oh wow, someone else.
He must have been trying to trap food here. I recognize his snares. I can make out a building on the horizon. That must be where he headed. If not, at least I get a roof tonight.
Okay, that's him entering this building. Apparently he got caught up with some raiders, right? Or whatever. They were harassing, you know, caravans and stuff like that. But he took care of them and was still following his dad, like us, right? And the trail led him here.
The raiders told spook stories about zombies in the ruins. Never saw anything like that where I come from. But Lord help me, they're real. Not quite what Thor said, but close. These things look...
Okay, he's talking about the ghouls, which are essentially zombies, sure. Alright, so he didn't see anything like that where he came from. He said it was from up north, having trailed his dad down south, and then his dad had left him in some hospital. What hospital would that refer to? The only hospital I know of is the one you go through... Oh, wow. Okay, see, it's stuff like that I can really do without. You know what I'm saying? So not cool. So not cool. I think that's his dad right there. That was a vision that we replayed. Dad wasn't gonna go down without a fight. Okay, I think that was Jamie's father whom we tracked here, or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna go and collect every single tape, but apparently that's the gist of it. Okay, so he gets caught up with some slavers, and they were, you know, he's looking for his father. Finally caught up with a caravan, saved the caravan from the slavers, and in return, the caravan led him here.
Dad today. I didn't think it was him, but the face. The zombies didn't touch him. I think he was becoming like them. Didn't know it was him until I found that old book near him. No more killing. I just need to go. Can't forget the book. All I have left of him. It's warm against the stone. I'll just rest a while.
Uh-oh. He's turning into a ghoul there. I'm sorry, and then you got this ambient music, or whatever you want to call that, in the background. Oh, and then the haunted room where shit's just moving. Okay, that's enough. Okay, time to go. Yeah, it's time to get out of here. This is like the horror movie, right? Where you see all this shit going on and you go to investigate. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm not going to investigate. I'm getting the hell out. The house starts talking to me and shit starts moving. I'll see ya. There's plenty of other houses. I don't need to be in this one. You know what I'm saying? There's other buildings in the wasteland where this shit isn't going down. Ghouls are one thing, but spirits and whatever have you. Possessed ghouls? Yeah, okay, they can have this building. Alright, let me get my bobblehead. It's time to go. Okay, so I guess of the ones that didn't just straight out die who were holding out in this building, probably after the war, maybe the bombs didn't hit this area quite as hard, being kind of a little farther away from DC or something, whatever. Then they, I guess, eventually became ghouls, so this would be the rest of the residents here in this building. Or something, I don't know. Or people having come here to take shelter. Oh, they might be just playing off the whole horror movie thing. People coming here to take shelter and then getting drawn into the house and either becoming one of the ghouls or being killed by the ghouls or whatever else is going on here. I did make 2 observations later, though. I have to wait till we get there, but when we do finally manage to get down to the basement, after me getting lost here, sorry, just about every turn looks the same in this place, and you almost can't see anything. It's really dark. And you turn on your Pip-Boy, and you're just a beacon for the ghouls to mob you and molest you. But I can trust my faithful old hound to go find the ghouls and give them what for, so... But when we get down in the basement, I'll show you something, and I'll give you 2 observations I made. They may have no relevance whatsoever. It's totally speculation. Okay, that's my disclaimer right off the top. I'm not saying there's anything even slightly lore related with it, but I do have a small suspicion that there might be something to it when we get there. I mean, it's not there by accident. You'll see. Something totally out of place. It kind of adds a new element or a thing to the world here. Something that you don't really see elsewhere. Lots of creepy shit in the game, but when you start throwing in the whole demon-possessed, spirits, ghosts, whatever, that type of stuff. And we've seen stuff moving, and we saw a vision of that dude's father who gets replaced by a glowing one who wasn't there a second ago, and all this type of crap, yeah. I'm telling you, something's a little less normal than the rest of the wasteland here, right? Okay, I think that went back down to the floor that I left. What I'm looking for is another room that shit looks just like this one that I just left up here, basically. Sorry, I get a little mixed up here. I don't think it's a coincidence that they made it to where it's easy to get lost here, either. All dark and creepy, and you get turned around backwards, and screw it, I'll just start a new character. You know what I'm saying? I'm level 25 with the best gear in the game. I don't care. I'm leaving. I can't get out. Okay. I don't have a save. Alright. New game. Nice. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I knocked him on his ass. Isn't that awesome? This gun just rules, man. It'd be much better if we could start knocking some people out in broad daylight. I mean, we're gonna have some fun with this gun for the rest of this playthrough. Seriously. Alright, there's probably a couple down there with him, so I'll just give him a big surprise. Nope, just him. Surprised we're not seeing a few Reavers. Oh, we're definitely that level to be seeing some. Would have thought we'd seen one or two by now, actually. Normally they replace the, you know, the roamers and stuff like that. Everything kind of scales up a little bit. I've seen Reavers in here before. Curious why I'm not seeing them now. In fact, I'm getting some normal ghouls. Maybe... I was gonna say, maybe I kind of got near this building earlier in the game and kind of locked it down on a lower level. This seems more like level 8, 10, 12 stuff rather than 20, you know, 20 plus. So, whatever, I'm not gonna complain. All Reavers are is just a big waste of ammo anyway. Bam.
Can I have a better gun?
I need to get you some ammo for the gun that you got. That's what I need to do. Get my repair skill way the hell up and fully repair a Magnum for her, and then give her about 1,000, 2,000 rounds. Psh, she's set to go. She's an absolute beast. There's got to be something in here. Some jet in the... Okay, got to be careful. Don't make a sip slip. I never forgive myself when I accidentally drink from that toilet. The fuzzy green gelatinous sludge. Oh, man. Wow. Yeah, you know, honestly, if I accidentally sip from that toilet in real life, I'd probably just have to kill myself right there. I mean, before whatever I just drank killed me, I'd probably just have to end it. Alright. Good thing is, even if they're in the middle of harassing some ghouls or something, as long as you get into a new area, they'll just follow with you. That's cool. Alright, so I think essentially just dropping down now. We got to get down to the basements, and then they've got like an under basement. I forget, it's got a funny name to it. Something under chambers or under something or another. Anyway.
Over here! Where?
I hear them. You hear the little bare feet sloshing around. If you can't see anything, don't worry. I really can't either. There we go. Beautiful thing about Grim Reaper Sprint in this one is when you get a kill in VATS, it just immediately fills all your AP, all your action points. That's it's pretty cool. A little overpowered, actually. In New Vegas, they nerfed that a bit. I think they give you, what, like 20 action points back? Basically enough for another shot or something. Is it 20 or 50 or something? Anyway, they don't give you a full bar back anyway. Alright, and so now, yeah, now we see the underworkings of the building here. Follow this out. One leads down to the basement. The other one leads basically back up the other side into the main building, and that's where the bobblehead's at. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that first. And then we'll go explore the basement a little bit and show you guys something that I see. And tell me what you think. Another little theory that I can't really base much off of, except for just a sneaky suspicion on the way that they tend to like to write. You know? Sometimes you can get an idea on the way they're going to go with it, knowing how they normally go with things, you know, the kind of twists and turns that they throw into their writing and stuff. Once you get kind of an idea of what their sense of humor is and their sense of drama is in the game, then you can kind of at least kind of, you know, get some suspicions about what they might be thinking when they show you some stuff. Dragon Age is really bad. BioWare, they're horrible about that too. I say horrible, actually they're wonderful about it. Giving you little hints of stuff and letting you just carry off on these huge theories based on, you know, something just sitting on a table somewhere. Oh, that can lead to speculation and whole new religions being developed for the Dragon Age universe based on whether a jar is sitting on a table or this table or that table type of stuff, you know. And so, anyway, I see something down here. We're going to go find Jamie himself, who's, essentially, he's a ghoul, but he's not feral. Sort of not feral. I say he's not feral in that he's still got his faculties, sort of, but I think he's like leading and protecting. This is his little cult or clan of ferals down here, which I don't really see anything different about them than your average feral ghoul, but Jamie himself, something here, something drawing him here to protect this place or something. You'll see. All right, here, hold on a second. We're going to have to take him out first. It's a shame you don't get to talk to him. Ask him something. Wish there was a way. Maybe there is a way. If there is, let me know. So why don't you guys leave it in the comment if there's a way to actually converse with this Jamie guy. I've always been attacked on sight. I've never found any way to really... Bam, take that. I'm expecting a Reaver down here. Gotta be. This is kind of like the boss area, I guess you could say. The final area. After this, it just leads back up to the main building and back to the entrance, basically. There we go. You tell him, dog meat. Tell him. Okay, yes, you see, you hear him talking. That's Jamie right there. Which, he's not like a super Reaver boss level ghoul. He's just your average dude. But, he was ghoulified, but he was still talking. So, I don't know. Maybe we could have looked for one or two more of, his holotapes and stuff. Like I say, I really don't like spending any longer in this building than I have to. It really is kind of creepy. Alright. And, okay, we still got friends down here. Awesome. Yeah, run into that. Yeah, these are all normal ghouls. Not even a single Reaver down. I mean, lucky for me, but I'd expected to find at least 1 or 10 down here. Interesting. Alright, so let me grab all this. Right, this was his ammo down here protecting his shrine. Now look at this shrine. Okay, a couple things. One is it looks like a monument, but is that the Washington Monument or is that the one from Boston? 1. 2 is you have the woman's figure on the front, like the front of a ship. I don't know what the 5 skulls might stand for. Not sure. But you have the woman's figurine like on the front of a ship. And there was the ship that was really, really prominent in the showcase from Bethesda and Fallout 4. Right? You had that huge airship, not only the other, what they look like rebuilt wrecks of, you know, those historical ships and stuff. Like, somebody even named one of the battleships and stuff that it looked like had been restored, and they built like a bank under it or something. You could just see it briefly in the trailer footage. But that looked like the monument, but not necessarily the Washington Monument, or if so. But anyway, that would be their shrine, and are they looking to something, some science, some kind of something? Maybe the same type of force or power or whatever that causes these bodiless brains to be able to function as doctors and stuff, like you see in the DLC in New Vegas, and you see in like these robo brains and stuff, and getting off into metaphysics and stuff, which not like I can even start talking on that type of stuff, but just saying, whatever way they're leaning with it, I mean, you know, these scientists obviously know no bounds, right? They're gonna mess with everything in nature that they possibly can, regardless of the consequences type of thing. So I can only assume that what these people had built a shrine to, or these ghouls here had built a shrine to, and whatever this Jamie guy had been seduced by, because he didn't just become ghoulified, he felt a draw to stay here. Even you heard his voice in that one thing, it was like, I think I'll just rest a while. You could hear him turning ghoul, but he still kept some of his faculties. But anyway, just saying, it's obviously a haunted house, right? And so the shrine down here, and I'm wondering, they're not real big on bringing anything spiritual or anything religious or anti-religious or whatever into Fallout. But that there, I just can't believe this is here by accident. And this is something that you essentially kind of stumble upon. I mean, you're going to have to come here looking for the bobblehead, and you almost have to pass that little basement and discover that and wonder what that little shrine there was significant. I mean, what did it mean? What does it point towards? Anyway, that was the only two things that really came to mind, was the monument that looked really similar to something that was in a square in the trailer that they showed us for Fallout 4 from Boston. Very smaller version of the Washington Monument, the same kind of pillar. And then that woman's figure reminds me of something that would be carved on the front of a ship. And then those vines coming up around the side of it, I don't know. And the 5 skulls, nothing's even coming to mind. I don't have anything to even draw off of to say, oh, that reminds me of this or that. Nothing came to mind with that, but just throwing that up there, I don't know. I'm wondering in Fallout 4 if they might not make a mention of something and refer to some kind of religious belief or some kind of cult belief or some kind of spiritual type of influence guiding the bad guys, you know?
Oh, trying to be cute, are you? Once you're dead,
I think I only got the speech option because I'm already evil. I may not even be very evil anymore. Maybe I've done a good thing or two inadvertently. Been an accidental nice guy and raised my karma up some or something. Y'all picked this fight. This is on you. Yeah, like that. I don't want to leave any evidence behind. Go ahead.
Over here.
And the endless Yaogwais again. Awesome. Okay, this is the bad thing is when dog meat can't draw the hate off of Clover, because she really can't just sit there and take that. Yaogwais, Death Claws, I think they 4-hit Clover, maybe 5-hit. Doesn't take much. Doesn't take near as long as it takes you to kill them. Let's put it that way. Now you see that water tower off there in the distance? That's basically where we're headed. I remember that being something of a landmark for the Lamplight Caverns. Something I'm going to have to do is essentially drop everybody off. I could take them back to my house in Megaton and make them wait. And depending on how quick I can get all this done, the next series of events that take place, major storyline stuff here coming up. Well, as soon as we get in the caverns and go through Murder Pass and go on and do all that stuff, we'll get into Raven Rock and what have you. I'll be gone for a while, so it's possible Clover can get quote-unquote bored and head back to Paradise Falls. Dogmeat will head back to 101, even if they're in my house. It would be cool if there was an option, and I'm hoping not only for some kind of marriage/relationship option in Fallout 4, but something where you can have a home and keep a husband, wife, kids, what have you, adopted children or something back home. I don't know how that plays into your whole story, but I'm assuming they say, well, you enter the vault and in 200 years, that same person leaves later, so I'm assuming there's some kind of cryogenics or something like that involved, right? But whatever the case, from everything I understand, nobody survives with you, like your husband/wife, or what have you. Or the baby, I'm assuming. Although something tells me the baby's going to play into the story. Just, once again, just a little foreshadowing. This is just a sneaky suspicion I have. The baby you see at the very beginning in the trailer, you know, before, you know, the vault guy comes and gets your special stats at the door and all that. You see the baby in the crib, right? Before you actually run out and head towards the vault. Well, supposedly you're the only one of the family that survives, supposedly. And then 200 years later you leave the vault, obviously without woman or child, or husband and child, whatever. Or I don't know if you can do wife, husband. I couldn't tell you if they're going all out like that with it. But whatever the case may be, you leave solo. But something tells me your child will somehow play back into that. There'll be some kind of drama or tragedy or some kind of choice to be made or something that they can incorporate into the game. Find out your child was also saved but kidnapped. Maybe that's your purpose for leaving the vault, to go find that child or something like that. And I'm not even going to even start to say that I could imagine, you know, the main storyline type of thing. But you'd have to have a reason to go scour the wasteland. In this one, it was to go find your dad. It would make sense to go find your child. To find out that your child was also held in cryogenics but is missing and is maybe captured due to some special quality that was passed along from you to your child that has the Enclave interested, and or the Brotherhood of Steel interested, or some other organization, the Institute, or something like that. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm totally imagining a storyline, but I could see him, you know, getting out there with something like that. Sure enough. Sure enough. Mixing personal tragedy with all the little dark humor that they throw into the world and stuff would make for whatever they do. It's going to be epic. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to enjoy it either way, but it's fun to sit here and speculate. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go unload. I'm going to go trade in some stuff, whatever. Go ahead and get a save here real quick. Go drop off some things at the house. Leave my 2 followers at my Megaton house. Put any guns up, and basically empty my stuff as if I was going to the pit. This is kind of like going to a DLC. Basically, once you get through Vault 87, you can keep your followers up until that point, but you lose them anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and drop them off here, and I'll just solo this. Anyway, here I am all alone out in the wasteland. The true lone wanderer. Don't even have my dog. Life sucks. All right. So let me get down here. I should be best buds with all the kids down here now, who still don't trust me, and I don't blame them. I'm not even mad at them for it. They didn't ask me to come here, you know?
Hold it right there, lady. Don't take another step or we'll blow your fucking head off. You're big, and I don't have any big friends. You better just go out the way you came in. I'm McCready. I run Little Lamplight because they made the mayor. And I don't like strangers or mungos.
And I'm both.
It's not safe, even for someone as brave as you. There's monsters back there. Yeah, I do. But it's through Little Lamplight, and you're not getting into Little Lamplight. Guess you better find some other way, Mungo. I guess you're okay after all, Mungo. You can come in, but you better not piss me off.
Yeah, kind of got a major step out of the way by releasing the kids ahead of time. I knew he was going to want me to, so it, you know, saved a little bit of time. But here's, you can escort this guy to Big Town, actually. Sticky. It's Sticky's birthday, and Sticky has to leave. Sticky, happy birthday. You got to go now. Your birthday present is to get sent out the door, face or ass first. Your choice. But you're leaving.
You're a Mungo now. You gotta leave.
Okay, so you get in, but I got my eye on you. You don't make any trouble in here, got it? I ain't having no shit butts making trouble. Good. Better stay that way, Mungo. It's not safe, even for someone as brave as you. There's monsters back there. Yeah, I do. It's through Murder Pass. Not a real safe way to go, but it's the only door that works. It's the only way that works, yeah. The other door hasn't worked since before I was here. Computer's busted, and not even Joseph can make it work. If you're going to go through Murder Pass, let me know and I'll have the door open for you. But I still say it's a bad idea. You sure about that? It's scary in there. Even I don't like going in there, and I'm really brave. Okay, if you say so. Come on, let's get the gate open for you, Mungo.
And to be honest, they don't mind seeing me go. I'll make a point here, and this is a valid point. I don't see any arguing with this, not even in my own head. The reason these kids have to sit here and scrape by a living, right, and live all miserable, and keep these rules to themselves, and take the hard line, and act like adults, you know, or live as adults and take care of themselves, is because of adults acting like children. Think about it. With the world to pay the price for their behavior and their stupid, just assholes. You know, I mean, seriously. They say war never changes, and this is the collateral right here. This is the collateral damage. Think about the children, man. Everyone's heard that line, but it really applies here. Think about the children. Oh man, it's pretty tragic. They put a humorous side to it, right? But you really have to stop and look and go, wow, you know, I mean, there's a real point being made there. There's some real ethics, some real morality involved here. Is the price that the innocent pay as a result of the behavior of, you know, the powers that be, the ones who are in charge and have no business running anything, much less their own selves, you know? Oh, well. Anyway, enough of that. All right, so we'll get off into Murder Pass on the next one. All right, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, click that button up top. All right, and for the rest of this Let's Play, click that image there in the middle. All right, thanks for staying tuned, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.